videos that are outside of my randomizer thingy. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. There. Everybody, hold your breath, because up next we've got not another platform. I was gonna say, no platforming allowed. The rule is the GM choosing for today had to go with a game that is not a platformer. Easy peasy. Yes, Rhythm Song, it's my birthday. Thank you, Carol Z. Oh my gosh, it's been 2 years for you. Scary. You know what's scarier? They're letting me choose. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I get to choose a game. And you know, I've been thinking about what my favorite non-platformers are. And we have a pretty good one. Yeah, don't worry. Most people here know what, you've seen it. Aw, thank you. You've all seen this game at least once or twice in the past. We are, I think Mike Ayama is going to come and chat with me as well, because he's an expert in this. We've got Super Hydlide. Yeah, the most super of all games, and obviously a game that we probably should not have, but this is what we are doing. They are racing Super Hydlide. If they get out of town, it's an accomplishment. Now, yeah, the thing is, a speedrun is pretty straightforward with Super Hydlide. I gave them a specific list of goals for them to accomplish. I don't think they're gonna accomplish very many of them, but they should at least get a couple of them, and they should go in the order that I gave out. So that is how we're gonna judge progress. I did ask the players as well. So right now, we're just trying to get a little information from the players. And I'm inviting Mike to come talk to me, because that would be fantastic. Yeah, basically, I told them they can choose a class. It's up to them to agree on a class. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy though. It's a good day. I am stressed just trying to get everything done and put together and ready for today. I think we're gonna be there soon. I think I actually do have stuff ready to show off. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are just waiting for, I believe Author Blues needs to go live. So how is everybody today? I know I keep saying that I'm stressed, but that's because I've been working since like 8 a.m. until now on... Oh my gosh. Are you serious? This has consumed my soul. Yeah, I've been working on the bot specifically to help with races that are randomized, allowing you to set seeds so that you can actually race against each other using the same time changes as well as the same ROMs. It's pretty dang fun so far. I hope that I'm able to show that off today. I hope I didn't break it enough. You know, we'll find out in a little bit if I broke it. But I don't know. I'm just so happy. Thank y'all for coming on by. Thank you for being here for the match, supporting Author Blues and Alpha 5 as they go through one of my favorite Genesis games of all time, but that's because I don't play a lot of Genesis games of any kind. Check my DMs. Let me take a look. Okay, yeah, thank you, Ku5ogrande. I have checked and responded. Ku5ogrande sent me not GMs, PMs, just coming and chatting with me. You know, I'm just thinking, it's very rare that we have RPGs on Ku5ogrande. That's definitely what we've got today, though. Yeah, I am a huge fan of RPGs. I'm a huge fan of making people play them. And I'm a huge fan of Super Hydlide. So this is essentially the stream of my dream. Very scary dream. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy though. Oh, nope. Okay. I think that's gonna work. Let me run it. Yeah, and I should be good. So let me check and see how the audio is on this beautiful, wonderful game. Yeah, the scary thing about RPGs as well is that a lot of the times they have a hefty amount of setup. This one doesn't have nearly as much, though. I don't... Well... Never mind. This is an RPG. This is going to be fun, okay? Absolutely fun. Author Blues versus Alpha 5. Let me go ahead and check. Okay, Author Blues appears to be, well, both of the players appear to be ready. It looks like... Why did they just go blank? Oh my gosh. Come on. What am I doing? Why am I breaking things? Can anybody explain why that's breaking? I guess I'm just gonna have to do it a different way this time. I usually full screen on my left monitor so that I can take a look because I'm me. Wow. They're both visible? Well, they're not visible if I do the projector, right? Like, here. Ready, Freddy, go. Blank. And then, whoa, why is it so scratchy? What's going on there? Yeah. So it looks like I can't use that view today. That's okay. Let's see. Oh, what if... Ooh. Yeah, what is going on with the sound, too? Am I messing things... Ow! I think Alpha 5 went offline. And by ow, my ears started ringing. I thought that was the sound of the stream, but I guess not. Sad day. I'm just checking with Alpha 5 to see... Okay, let me go ahead and refresh. Yeah, apparently today is the day where nothing works correctly. Oh. Okay. Comcast? Comcast, are you gonna do this to me? I'm gonna have to boop you. I might have to boop it. Ah, okay, it looks like Corndan's gonna come chat with me because...
Comcast.
Hello! Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Corndan. Like, the internet... Like, OBS hates me, and the internet hates me. Well, not like everybody on the internet. Like, there are a lot of good people here.
There are some good people here, but there's also Comcast.
Comcast?
I'm kind of surprised, in all honesty, with as much as Comcast is a joke in this channel, that somebody hasn't made a flashing Comcast account yet.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't need a flashing Comcast account. Streams? Okay, you're gonna be like this, Twitch? You're gonna be like this? Let me go ahead and do a refresh real quick.
I mean, things look like they're all there and going.
Yeah, but like every minute or two, it's like...
I have had that with Comcast like the past like week.
Alpha 5. You're cool.
That just like the connection farts for like a second and a half and ruins everything.
Yeah, it's been happening a lot today.
You know, like when you're on work calls, it's great.
Only the best. Hey, I'm doing the countdown now. This is my birthday match, and happy birthday. We've got Super Hydlide. So everybody, I need you to spam emotes. Swords, if you have any jokes, those are always good.
Coins.
Oh, giant eyeballs. If you have starvation. Oh, lightsabers. Yeah, I don't think we'll see any lightsabers, but hey. Okay.
I would be very surprised if we got to lightsabers.
And we are off to a quick start. Author Blues is changing speed to fastest. Good idea. It's a little bit uncontrollable if you're fastest, but and also he's probably gonna die before he makes it out of town. That's my guess. I bet they're both gonna die. Aw, Bilby, thank you so much. You're cool.
So how much did you tell them about what they need to do?
I gave them a list of objectives. I gave them the manual, and everything else is basically up to them to figure out.
So basically, not a lot.
Nope. So essentially, the first goal is to get out of town. How do you get out of town? Well, I don't know. It's a little hard.
I mean, I literally don't know because I've never played this game before.
It's to the left. I've
seen the runs, but...
Yeah, honestly, here's the deal. You know, this is an RPG in pretty much the biggest sense, and by that, I mean it has every favorite RPG mechanic that you could possibly enjoy. Author Blues, for example, may be learning that you actually do have a limit to your weight. You cannot hold more than your weight limit. So as you see, he picked up leather mail. Yeah, you definitely have to use that. Okay, those are now equipped. Maybe.
Maybe.
He's got the armor on. Okay. However, he's going to be extremely heavy, so getting out of town will be very, very difficult. Okay, throwing away the knife, or the... yeah. Look at him go. And also, you can see his life is now ticking down. Why? Because this game has a food mechanic.
He's hungry because it's
he's starving, yeah.
It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and he hasn't eaten yet today.
Yeah, and so he may actually die before getting out of town. Oh, no, he got out of town. First mark of progress here, but unfortunately, you know, it's not going to last too long. There he goes. He's dead.
Well, yeah, I mean, so everything I know about Hydlide is from what NPC made me play of the NES Hydlide.
Yeah.
Which I still haven't forgiven him for this day. And that is, it really doesn't matter what you do, because you can go out of town and you're going to die immediately anyway. So I kind of expect we're going to see that a lot.
Hey, it looks like Alpha 5 is actually outside. What is Alpha 5 doing, though? I don't believe Alpha 5 got any
Well, I mean, all you need...
I mean, yeah, you probably wouldn't grab food the very first time that you try it.
Does it tell you that you're starving and that's why your life's going down, or does your life just start going down? 'Cause I didn't see.
Your life just starts going down. Like, it makes a sound effect when you eat, but when you don't eat, I believe it just starts making damage noises on occasion, and then you die. So, yeah, right now, I think both of them are trying to figure out what to do. Author Blues died going outside. Honestly, plants are pretty scary. Alpha 5 has found the tower, though. The next goal number 2, is enter the tower. That is what they are trying to do. NPC, I'm glad that you hate Magician. I'm a fan of Magicians. You know, they're good.
Never played Magician as a game. Right, but I imagine I wouldn't like it.
Oh, well, I don't know Magician the game. Oh my gosh, the music in this game is just so good. Like,
I'm kind of amazed, like, in some ways, who thought, right, that elevator music would be the right call for an RPG?
Yeah, really true. Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that. Okay, Author Blues is wandering around, probably trying to figure stuff out. I did give them the manual so they can figure things out if needed. It looks like Author Blues has found the shop that he needs, but the girl is dancing in the way. Yeah, she's kind of a jerk. Okay, so he's looking. Ration of food is exactly what he wants. Flask of medicine, it'll keep you alive for a little bit, but the food, you want the food, man. Like, the food is really heavy. Yes, food restores health, and it keeps your health from draining after you begin starving. Okay, Author Blues has eaten his first ration of food. That is great. Alpha 5 appears to be going back to try to level up. Will Alpha 5 make it in time before dying? Yes.
How long can you go without food? Is it only like 12 hours or something?
There are specific times that you eat in the game. I believe like 11 a.m., is it 3 p.m.? Maybe it's 1 p.m. And sometime in the evening around 10 or something. I have a hard time remembering exactly. But yes, you automatically eat at certain times. You can actually eat at any time using your ration. It's great. That you can, especially if it's weighing you down, you can just eat, get a health refill, and keep going. But, yeah, simply put, you want to have a few rations in your backup just so that you can actually get around and do stuff. Author Blues is almost dying to the minor slime. Those were some hefty hits, and there he goes, another death. I'm glad that he's going, like, all out, just trying to kill some of these enemies. Simply put, they're all way too difficult for when you start out. Hopefully Author Blues is able to get enough experience soon that he can do a little leveling.
Yeah, so, I mean, I remember, at least from playing the NES Hydlide, that, like, the difficulty curve here ramps up, like, stupid fast. And it's completely idiotic. Is that the same case in here? I mean, it seems like it is based on what I remember from watching your runs and Mike's GDQ runs.
It's less... Oh, geez, I love how expensive the hotel is, the Forest Inn. But yeah, the ramp, it's not really a difficulty curve, more as a difficulty, you're there at the very top, okay? You gotta rock climb in order to figure out how to do anything in this game. Author Blues, here's the deal. He's getting some good weapons, but if you do not have enough attack, you just saw he equipped the dagger and his attack point went down. It's because he's not strong enough. You can't kill things if you're not strong enough. So yeah, welcome to Super Hydlide, one of the most evil RPGs to play blind. Like, you eventually start to figure things out. Oh yeah, Jaded Tower, it's exactly like Dark Souls, he just does not have enough strength. Like, this game had a lot of really cool and good ideas that just did not go well. Author Blues opting to punch instead, which is the right call here.
So how much strength do you need, right, to be able to use a dagger?
I don't know. I never buy the dagger.
So what do you buy?
The best weapon to buy at the very beginning is the knife, because, I don't know, anybody can use a knife. It's just a knife. You need more experience, 50 more EXP. Okay, Author Blues at least knows that, and we've got the tower going on Alpha 5's side. So, yeah, I think generally if you get up to level 3 or 4, you're going to have enough strength. Honestly, after the tower, when you buy some of the items in the Cloud City, it's completely going to be doable at that point. But yeah, for now, I'd say punch slimes and go ahead and get a little experience. Like, it's better to go slow and get experience than to just try to rush this.
Hello?
Hello there, Mike.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that we have this.
Yeah, this is definitely not a platformer and a very interesting game to have a match on, because it's linear, but there's still a lot of room for exploration, so they're going to basically fumble and stumble about and not make too much progress in the first, I would say, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes. I've already seen a couple of deaths, which is honestly not surprising.
Oh, not surprising at all. Well, Author Blues is, I think he's just really trying to figure out a way to kill enemies and not die.
Yes, kill enemies, not die. I know you gave them a manual, so I assume they bought some food and stuff like that, maybe.
I mean, Author Blues did. I'm not sure about Alpha 5, though.
Well, we'll see at the 1300 mark.
Oh, yeah, that 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m., 5 p.m.
Off is playing in fastest, which is always a fun experience because, yeah, the time goes really fast in fastest. And while fastest is definitely the fastest way to travel and move around, it's also the fastest way to die.
Yes. I would say that for a blind playthrough, fast is probably okay, but anything faster than that, well, fastest is not.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna die.
Fastest is basically for speedrunning purposes.
Okay, Alpha 5 just went to sleep, I believe. Or was that a game over? I don't know, it's hard to say.
I believe it was a game over.
I think it was game over.
Happens to the best of us. Now, they decided to go for the warrior here, which I think is a fairly decent choice for a blind playthrough.
We made them agree on a class, because if they didn't, then the class selection could actually determine the match, because it varies wildly how good each class is from the start of the game.
Author Blues using a strat going inside the town and then coming right back out in order to respawn some enemies. Honestly, going fastest, that might be a good idea. He might be able to get a level here, but it's 50. Well, last time he needed 50 experience. Let's see now. You need more, 50 more. Oh, you need 50 experience points total. He's got 36.
Slimes don't give a lot. I think they give 2.
Yeah, something like
4.
that.
They give 2 in the original Japanese version.
There we go. Author Blues changing to fast rather than fastest. I think that is the way to go.
Yes.
However, starvation is going to start kicking in at 1300 hours. I'm not sure he grabbed any food this time.
Yeah.
I believe he did. I think before he saved, he had like 3 or 4 things of food.
He does not, because his health did not recover, and he's going to die.
He's just about dead.
And the thing about food is that your health just steadily ticks down, and the way the game's damage formula doesn't work for food. If you starve to death, you just die.
Yeah.
Have we gone over like damage works in this game? Because it's pretty interesting.
No, we really haven't.
I don't know anything, and I don't know anything about it.
All right, so the way damage works is that There's a formula for it. I don't remember the exact formula, but it's like your defense does play a role, and it's like divided by 16 or something. But the most important part is once you hit 10 health, even if the hit will kill you, you will just go down to 10 health. Then after that, you will go down to 5 health, then 2 health, then 1 health, and then you'll die. So that means as long as you're above 10 health, you can take at least 4 hits.
Yeah, luckily the game is kind enough to do that because everything hits hard.
Exactly. And the thing is, that's still not much of a guard because you'll still die in about, half a second or less if you're not like constantly paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
Even on normal speed,
honestly, if you ever want to play an RPG and die a lot, go either Dark Souls or Super Hydlide because, you will absolutely get destroyed. Chad is pointing out that Alpha 5 is actually doing pretty well getting some levels here. Author Blues has just been struggling to make any progress. Again, the first half of the match isn't quite as important as the second half. Right now they're generally gathering information, figuring out where to go and what to do. Author Blues heading back into town, maybe? Nah, wants to kill Slime. Go ahead.
Darkman, about the duck or the search command, I don't think they know about that being used to evade. There's a whole page about it in a Japanese manual. I don't know if it's prominently mentioned in the manual that was handed out. I do think it's mentioned, but not like, it's not very obvious. It's like lost in a sea of information. Total, this song is so weird without makes lyrics. Yeah, I get so bored of tossing coins into the pond song that I have to make up some lyrics and sound it out.
Song. Hey,
it is a good song.
Buying food, good. See,
it's a way to make a minute-long grind a little less tedious.
I don't think Alpha 5 knows about the food yet. Which, honestly, you're not going to get through the tower without buying food. You're not.
You need at least 2 rations of food per day because the game will check every 6 hours at the 1300 mark and the 1900 mark. If you go past that, like into sleepy territory, it will check at the 1 a.m. mark and the 7 a.m. mark technically. But by that point, you're usually dead because you can't kill anything anyway.
Yeah, your strength just plummets when you're tired, which ends a lot of runs. Okay, Alpha 5 is killing some spiders right now. Honestly, spiders have a good amount of health. Not a bad idea. Okay, I've got my eyes on Alpha 5. Let's see when 13 o'clock hits.
Yeah, so by some miracle, Alpha 5 is actually going...
Alpha 5 had food.
In the dungeon. And he had food. That's good, too.
Okay.
So Alpha 5 is technically ahead, but this is really such like an early point of progress that it's not really going to determine the match. I think what's going to determine the match is whether they turn off the power, turn on the power to the elevator and or reach Hellsmoke.
Okay, Author Blues, I believe, has enough experience to raise his level. Very nice. Now, this game does have random stat growth. The most important stat is usually how much health you have. So, honestly, they'll figure it out. Author Blues going back outside to fight some more. Yeah.
I would say the other stats are also important for this run, because the health stat being super important, while it is important for, survival purposes in this match, like, just being able to kill stuff quicker with more attack.
Yeah.
And just like having like higher dexterity and agility, or like being able to possibly disarm traps and, having a higher chance of hitting the enemies is really important just for grinding and just getting to enemies quickly.
Now, if people are watching and they don't notice, there are different colored enemies, different colored sprites here. They're not just recolors of each other. Some of the plants are evil and some of them are good because, of course you'd know that. The green one's good. Green is good.
Yeah, basically, the enemies and also in the tower where Alpha 5 is, those bats are technically good enemies. They don't attack you.
Wait, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, I always killed them.
I mean, yeah, we always killed them. The most notable good enemies are later in the game, which are the Saras, which are these space penguins, basically, which are like
them.
The original race that inhabited the world of Fairyland, the world of Hydlide. And yeah, so all they do is kind of slowly crawl about, and they die really fast, and they give a lot of experience. So basically, in the speedrun, you're basically an evil poop head who just wants to
like
just mercilessly destroy those Saras for quick experience.
Eco-terrorist. Oh,
there are no bonus points for jokes. Internet dirigible. I don't think they're going to discover any joke items, unless if they somehow make it to the cave of the dead, which I doubt they're going to.
Oh, that would be shocking. Author Blues is currently, looking around the area, trying to find, I think, the tower, because the tower is definitely the next goal that he needs to accomplish. But he's going to start dying soon.
Yeah. So one disadvantage of the warrior is that he doesn't have high magic point growth.
True. I don't think we're going to get to the point where that matters, though.
Wow. Alpha 5 is in a really dangerous situation. If he gets hit once, he's done, but he's fine.
Okay, he's in. He did have another ration of food, right?
We'll see.
Okay, he lived. Oh.
Well, now it doesn't matter if he has the ration of food, because going to an inn always resets your quote-unquote starvation.
You can't shop at 1 a.m. They're closed.
I know.
Yeah, you're going to starve.
This isn't the modern convenience of 24/7 grocery stores. Jeez.
Don't starve, Author Blues. Oh, there we go. Going to sleep. $1,000. The best $1,000 he has ever spent, because that is a save.
Yeah, that's the only way you can save in this game. And so it's a pretty rough game. And someone in chat asked, I can't believe anyone's blind to this game after, seeing, my marathon runs. And the thing is that I'm frequently on fast and fastest, and I'm just like blazing through the game and all of its objectives. So like, even if you watched and you knew nothing about the game, it would be very hard to retain a significant portion of just like the sheer amount of stuff that I'm doing in the run, because there's no downtime in the run. Like the most amount of downtime is like after you kill a boss, you have like maybe 5 seconds.
True. Okay, I think Author Blues is going to go back outside and probably a little more exploring. Good idea. He should go up right. Okay, if he goes straight up, he'll find the tower. And one more screen up. At the same time, weaving left and right, in order to find locations is something that's worthwhile as well. I don't know. That's one of the strats in order to find... What was it? The spaceship later on? Just do a little weaving left and right as you go up. Yeah. Yeah,
so space is very interesting in this game. Although we won't see it. It's way too late in the game.
Go down, Author Blues, down! You missed that square! The one square you need! Oh my gosh. I love this. Okay, he saw the graveyard.
I think Author Blues is just exploring. But, it's a smart thing to do. Just explore.
Yeah, but to the left! Oh, there we go. There's the tower. Okay.
He found it.
So stepping into the tower is enough to at least say that he has gotten step 2 for the 8 steps that we gave, which were get out of town, enter the tower.
And within the step, I would say going through a floor of the tower is also a mark of progress.
Yeah, I think that is... Yeah, that's pretty dang true.
Because you have to get up to, I think, what is it, the 4th floor, to activate the power source of the elevator.
Yeah!
I mean, maybe they'll make it that far. Maybe. I don't know.
Now, one tricky thing about this game is that there are actually some hidden pathways through walls. You don't have to use any of them in a blind playthrough, but... it still is really helpful to know that later on.
Yeah, they're really helpful time savers. It's funny because after I did my run at AGDQ, someone DM'd me on Twitch like about 2 months later and showed me a shortcut in the final dungeon where you can do that. And it just made me curious, like, how many of these little shortcuts are there?
Oh my gosh, Author Blues tried to go through one of these places, but I think he got stuck on an enemy. No, this is the way he's supposed to go. Okay, we're good, we're good.
Yeah, I think Author Blues actually made it up to... Yeah, he's on the second floor, so... No, wait, sorry, that's Alpha 5.
No, Alpha 5 is... Author Blues is almost to the second floor here.
Yeah, he's only a couple screens away, so they're actually pretty equal in progress.
Yeah.
I think the issue for Auth is that he doesn't have as many levels as Alpha 5, and you do need to be I would say at least level 3 or 4 to be able to take down Hex Smoke, as some people corrected me.
Hex Smoke. Oh no, Mike, how could you say these things? Okay, Alpha 5 paused for a second. Might just be looking at the manual. Honestly, pausing is completely fine when you're trying to figure things out.
It's a good way to stop the clock.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, Author Blues is through the dumbest part of the maze. Or maybe not. Oh, maybe he's just gonna leave.
Yeah, he's definitely towards the entrance. In fact, he only has 2 hours to get out in game time. And I think playing in fast speed is actually proving to be a bit of a drawback, because the clock also ticks down faster on fast speed.
Yep.
And while it's very beneficial for a speed run...
Actually, I think Author Blues did know that he needs to go sleep. So that's probably what's happening here. Not a bad idea, since I believe he has enough experience to level up.
Yeah, well, I didn't see his experience, but so once you get 2,300 hours, you get the sleepy status. What this does is that it effectively saps your attack power to the point where you just can't damage everything.
I just love it because it doesn't even tell you. It's just,
you have to actually go to the no self screen, and then you can see your status.
You gotta know yourself, Mike.
Exactly. That's how you know your status in life.
Yeah.
Knowing yourself.
Ooh, very nice. That is decent life growth. I think a little bit better than Alpha 5 even.
Yeah. Yoshi's 6400 is correct. Enemy attack speed is also linked to game speed. You can die in a fraction of a second on higher speeds. Not so much in fast, in my opinion, but I'm so used to the game that I'm not really a great judge of that. But definitely in fastest. Like, fastest can definitely, like, if you're not careful on fastest, like, you can definitely die before you can react.
Oh yeah, there are definitely sections in this game where you, if you are playing on fastest, you have a very good chance of dying, even if you have played this plenty before. Like, it's very difficult. Yeah.
It's funny because even though I was like, joking around a lot during my marathon run and everything, like, it's actually a very marathon unsafe game, because like your only save points are when you go to the inn, and if you have a bad death, that can easily cost minutes.
So as people are probably seeing on Author Blues' screen, he's not really taking damage from a lot of the enemies at this point. When you start getting better armor class and such, certain enemies just can't hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it's basically, while it's free experience, these enemies out here don't give a whole lot of experience.
Yeah. Although that being said, going after the tree spirits is definitely recommended.
Yeah, kill the good tree spirits, because they have more experience than everything else on the world map. Yeah. You just have to be so evil to make any progress in this game.
I know, right? I know Dino Please is a well-known like retro and obscure game streamer.
Author Blues, you didn't get food!
Oh no, he has to heal. He's good. Or he's good. No, he's starved to death.
He's starved.
Fortunately, he went to the inn.
Yes, so not a huge loss there. Just a little bit, Alpha 5 is making a really good push through the tower, though. I mean, look at this.
He's made a nice headway through floor 2. It's really easy
was on
to get
floor 3.
No, he's definitely on floor 2.
Well, he was. There were vampires.
Oh, well then, yes, he was on floor 3. but I think he's just trying to get out.
Yes.
Judging. So making it to floor 3 is a lot of progress and something that Auth will have to match. And the thing is, it's very easy to get lost in this game. This game is a very hostile blind playthrough experience. Like, the game doesn't really give you much in the way of hints except from NPCs who give you cryptic clues. And even the NPCs are not that helpful, and you have to talk to a bunch of them to even get like an inkling of what's going on. And sometimes you'll get the ever so helpful ellipses followed by question mark exclamation point. And what that means in the game's cryptic language is that this NPC will eventually say something, but you haven't hit the trigger for what they're about to say.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to spoil for you, you know? I appreciate it.
Exactly.
I'm just thinking with this game, yeah, while you say that it's cryptic, still, you can figure out most of this game without actually going and looking up a guide until about the end, though.
Yeah, with the exception of the final dungeon, I was able to fumble my way through this game blind.
Yep,
I would say it takes anywhere from about 10 to 20 hours, depending on how good you are at figuring out really obtuse trigger points and the like.
Yeah, I'd say it's frustrating, but it's not unfair until the very final dungeon. And then at that point, whatever. It's just dumb. Oh, Alpha 5 is still chilling in this tower at night.
That's a little dangerous, but it looks like he's on. Yeah, he's
almost out.
Floor.
Yeah.
So he'll be able to make it out. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for another hour and a half in game time for him, so not too worrying.
Yeah, he has plenty of time to make it back to the town.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the biggest thing, I think one of the biggest struggles that comes with RPGs in Ku5ogrande is that usually they're just so big and there's so much that you can do that well, and also intros tend to be really long that it's just very hard to jump into them. This has no intro. It's like, hey, time's ticking.
The game's only intro is when you boot up the game before you go to the title screen, if you want more, and that's optional. And then, but if you just skip that intro, you're just plopped in the middle of the city of woods, and you're just stumbling your way around.
Yeah, I think Author Blues is going to go level up in just a bit. Yeah, he's taken things a little bit slower, and I think that's wise. Getting extra levels at this point will only help.
It is.
The music's too good. Seriously, I don't know how they had so many bops, especially since the first Hydlide had Indiana Jones
theme for 10 seconds on loop. Apparently, that theme is actually from Hydlide 2 on the original MSX computer. And that's the only theme they brought over. Maybe there's another song or two in that game. I don't remember.
Seriously,
I haven't played much of Hydlide. Also, what's interesting to note about the morality system you mentioned earlier, someone mentioned this in chat, but Hydlide 2 is much more strict about the morality system. If your morality is too low, you actually cannot progress in the game.
Author Blues may learn a harsh lesson, which is staying out late at night can get dangerous. If he hits 2,300 hours, he might, they could just plow through his health and destroy him. Oh, there we go, though. He's back in town.
Yeah, but he's fine. He's back in town.
Whew. No, Author Blues isn't starving. He's going to be fine. Trust me, we gave him a bagel earlier. It said ration of food. It didn't say rations of food. Yeah. Oh, so the thing is, this game is actually a true sequel to the original Hydlide. Original Hydlide, if you don't know the story, there were a bunch of fairies, and that was cool. And so that's That's all I know about the original. I mean, it didn't really have much of a story, but this is a sequel.
I will say this. This game has a really, like, kind of broad or epic scope in what it's trying to do. Like, you even go to space later. You know, the final boss of the original Hydlide is not the boss of this one, but you fight him. It turns out there's a bigger evil. Like, you go all over the world. There's, you know, like undead. There's, you know, like technological, you know, robots that you fight and the like. It's just, this game is so ambitious in its scope.
Yeah.
That, like, they just didn't think to go, should we do this? They said, can we do this? And they're like, yes, we can. And they didn't, you know, like, stop and realize to think, like, maybe we should have pulled it back a bit, or maybe this isn't the most enjoyable thing.
The thing is, like, I feel like once you understand how to play the game, it's actually a lot of fun. But just the learning curve, I think it would drive most new players away. If you have the patience. I mean, look, we've got Dark Souls these days, and that doesn't exactly hold your hand. So I feel like if this had come out maybe in the last decade or so, it would have been more popular.
Well, it's like that review, you know, that review from the 30 best RPGs.
Oh, yeah.
Super Hydlide was Morrowind before there was Morrowind.
Oh, there's less dialogue.
Let me see if I can get a link to that review.
Yeah, dude, that review is hilarious.
Okay, so... I think I might have found it.
I think, actually...
Oh, I found it.
Considering people are talking about that difficult games have always existed, that's true. I would say, though, that with these difficult games that exist, you know, there needs to be some sort of balance for... if there is a very hard section, there has to be a payoff for getting past that. This game, I actually think, does deliver on the payoffs. I mean, after you finally beat this tower and beat the first boss, you get to go to the City of Clouds. Like, it's... Yeah.
The Heavenly City.
It's... I don't know, it's so good. Author Blues is a little bit confused with this maze. Go right, go up, off. Yeah. And a little more.
I mean, to be fair,
it's a maze.
It is pretty confusing. And, like, the dungeons in this game technically aren't that big, but there's so many walls and the like blocking you off. It's actually really hard to figure out what's going on. Okay, so it's worth noting that Alpha 5 appears to be on floor 3 and is about to go to floor 4.
Oh, the vampires are so deadly, though.
Yes, they are. And the thing is, you don't have the Stone of Warrior at this point, which gives you a bit of an attack point boost, but more importantly, it gives you auto fire, so they take a long time to kill too.
This game is so much better with auto fire. Like, it really is so much better. Okay, Author Blues.
It's also nice for a speedrun because it means that mashing is not really a factor when it comes to, you know, how fast you are.
So, Chad is asking if any jokes have been found. We will probably not see any jokes. I don't think they'll make it that far.
There is actually a joke in this dungeon. I did not know about it when I did my run. Technically my joke percent run is a fraud. Yes. A retro game streamer named Dino Please was going through the game. I don't know if you already knew about it or like you just found this, but there's actually a joke, I think in the 3rd floor in the upper right corner. There's the upper left corner.
There goes off.
Of that dungeon. And it's called the Sega Gift. And if you open it up, it says Merry Christmas, except it doesn't say it with an E, it says it with an A. So I guess the
Merry
game was very
Christmas.
progressive for its time.
It's a joke. You know, marrying holidays. I'd marry a holiday. That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if I got tax benefits.
All right. So Alpha 5 is making good progress. I hope he has enough healing items though, because all of these enemies are very dangerous. Especially those dark eyes.
Oh, the dark eyes,
if
they
you get-
will destroy you. The gold spiders aren't as scary, but they still can kill you. Oh, there's the elevator.
Oh my gosh! What are you doing? Okay.
He has restored the elevator and is using it. That is definitely a mark of progress. Very nice.
That is huge.
That was the fake
now
elevator.
the concern is, will he be able to make it back in time?
Yeah, like, that's not... One hit and Alpha 5's dead.
Yeah, I'm guessing he doesn't have any more healing items.
Yeah, at least I hope that's...
If he has
what's
a
going-
ration of food, he will heal
Right.
in about 9 minutes.
Yes. In-game time.
Now, if he
not
doesn't
our
have a
time.
ration of food, he just dies instantly.
Oh, no!
He's gonna die instantly.
Oh,
He's just
I'm
gonna
so
die.
ready. I'm so ready. Starvation time.
I'm surprised it's taking this long.
What? Yeah, why aren't you dead?
Yeah, because when you use a ration of food, oh, maybe he used it earlier to heal himself.
Oh, yeah, if he did, if you eat early, the food stays in your stomach for a while. So-
Yeah, but that means he's just gonna randomly die 6 hours from when he ate the food.
Yeah, honestly, it probably would have been better to just die right away.
Yeah, that's actually kind of bad that he's using them manually, because that means they're not stretched out to their maximum potential.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the auto-use food, that's the way you want to do it. Author Blue's getting back into the tower. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is turning into a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Like, Alpha 5 has been ahead pretty much the entire time. That doesn't mean he's going to take the victory, especially since we're going to see a death probably a little bit before making it back to town.
Yeah, the likelihood of death is very high.
Yeah, now everybody feel free to hold your breath, cross your fingers, watch Alpha 5.
He died in starvation! Oh, he could not be happy about that.
That's
Because he was actually pretty close to town. He was like 4 or so screens away from town.
hilarious.
I mean, he's still ahead of Oth, but if Oth has just one good run up through the tower, because honestly, after triggering the elevator power source, if you just use the elevator and just like see X smoke, that's technically where Alpha is, and Alpha used up a lot of time to get there. Oh, he's throwing away items. I don't think he knows you can sell them at the general store.
Yeah, you're
That's important.
Well, I'm not sure it's too important for this match. Like, yeah, you definitely want to be able to get more money, but at the same time, most of the items don't cost much. Oh, really?
Well, here's the thing.
The vampire. Oh.
So here's the thing. Alpha doesn't have much gold. And I think the reason for this is they've been going to the inn so much that, and they bought some items that they really don't have a lot of money to spare.
$1,000 a pop to sleep, yeah.
Yeah, so like Alpha 5 doesn't really have much in the way of healing items. I think he only has the food rations and like maybe 1 or 2 medicines. That's not much.
Oh, Author Blue's rightened up. That's all you need to do. Don't let a vampire touch you. Good. We're on to the 4th floor here. Author Blues is almost to the elevator.
Yeah. That being said, this is a floor that if I was playing blind, I would not play him fast. Like, that is a huge liability right now. Because if one vampire, evil eye, Dark Eye or Evil Eye gets near him, yeah, he's gonna get murdered real fast.
Yeah, Author Blues does not want to play with vampires, but might have to in just a second. Luckily, Vampire behaved. Oh, no!
He got
Surrounded!
Yeah.
Justin told me to be quiet. He has had a migraine today, so I need to be a little quieter.
That makes sense.
I can just do ASMR real quick. Author Blues is dead. So dead.
I don't know if that's exactly the voice you want to make for ASMR.
He's saying I'm still being loud. Wow. Okay. Like, don't... No, I can... Oh, I've got a comb here. Listen. You can hear the comb. You can... Maybe you can. I don't know. Are you tingling yet? Do you have the tingles?
Maybe with goosebumps or chills.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. I'm really enjoying this match. Mike, this is like the perfect game for my birthday, and I'm so glad I got to choose this. And then I saw that it was Alpha 5 and Author Blues, and I'm like, I don't know if I can get away with this, but I want to try.
That's fair. Yeah, they both said that they saw my run at HDQ, but they definitely didn't pick up on the coin, the coin throwing in the pond.
I mean, there's the coin throwing. They didn't pick up on buying
Going
food.
through wall. Yeah, food.
Not buying any stuff at the beginning other than food and medicine, basically.
And a weapon.
And, well, you don't really need a weapon. Punching stuff is fine for a while.
It kind of works, but having the range of the dagger is really much better than using the...
Is it dagger or knife? I think
Alpha, I know, has the dagger. I'm not sure about Auth.
I think Author Blues has the knife.
That would make sense.
He bought a bunch of stuff and it weighed him down, so he threw it all away.
Sounds like Hydlide.
Yeah, it just Hydlide things, you know. Alpha
I mean,
5 does...
that was my first experience with this game, is that, like, I bought a bunch of stuff that I thought would be useful, and then I was walking at about, like, one tile every 10 minutes, and I was like, what's going on?
Oh, Alpha 5, back to the beginning. Yeah, I really hope we can see Hex Smoke, the scariest eyeball of them all.
I don't think we're gonna get anyone is gonna get past Hex Smoke, but
I think we will see him though.
But I do think we'll see him from at least one of the players.
Okay, Author Blues on to floor 3. Ooh, and immediately got spidered.
Yep. I mean, floor 3 and 4 are by far the most dangerous floors of this dungeon.
Yeah, you better be using
you
your
better
medicine.
use that. Oh, he only has 3? Ooh, that's dicey. But and they don't know about crouching, that dodge. So what's nice about the search function and the crouch, it's not.
The spiders!
But you'll actually avoid everything. Oh, Auth knows. The problem is he's very trapped.
Oh my gosh! Okay. I think both of the players had a couple good tries at the tower, though.
There were progress points mentioned in the Discord channel for these players. One was get to the tower. The other was turn on the power source of the elevator.
Yes.
And then, fight Hex Smoke. Then go to the Heavenly City. Find the hidden underground city, which honestly they have no chance of finding.
They're not going to get there, no.
So even if they were to make that much progress that quickly, which it would not happen unless if they were a speedrunner who knew this game, that the grave you need to push to open up the underground city is an intelligence check. And the warrior doesn't have great intelligence growth, so they would actually have to gain levels. I think it's like 50. I don't know what they're at right now, but it's probably not 50.
I doubt it, yeah. I mean, the warrior just doesn't have great stat growth when it comes to intelligence. I do like Author Blues' helmet, though. Okay, I'm a big fan of that helmet. Yeah, Alpha 5 definitely has a lot of armor, but look at how slow... No, never mind. He slowed down the speed.
Yeah, he's playing on normal. Off is playing in fast.
Honestly, normal is probably going to be fine, but Author Blues does need to catch up. I completely understand the idea of going a little bit faster. One thing that you can also do in this game is use walls to your advantage, stab through walls to kill many of the enemies around here. It's not really obvious that you can do that, but the walls protect you from taking any damage if they're between you and the enemy.
Yep. Also, we want to practice being slightly off angle from the enemies, so you can hit them, but they can't hit you.
Yep. It takes a little practice figuring out exactly what to do with that, but yeah, it's extremely helpful to do that.
Yep.
I love that there's a whole section in the manual called Reading the Screen. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, the back of the box does say that, what is it, realistic physics of time and weights? I can look it up right now if you want me to.
well, here, like in the manual, it does say there's a section in here called Of Weights and Measures.
I mean, to be fair, that's very important in this game.
Yeah, but it makes me think of the time that I had to work with the California government in order to install water meters. Oh my gosh, that is the most boring sounding job, even just saying it out loud. But yeah, simply
it does sound boring.
Working with the California government is not exactly something enjoyable.
Glamorous.
No, well, yeah, not glamorous either, but definitely less enjoyable than glamorous. Okay, Author Blues has gotten past some of the Elgars. Yeah, the thing is, the blue spiders, you can kill them relatively easily. I'm not sure why the Elgars are so hard to hit, though. You can just stab and stab all day, and nothing dies. Just Elgar running around. Okay, Author Blues. Yes, very nice trapped vampire right there. I don't think I've seen that vampire in that spot.
Oh, in that little,
yeah, the nook.
2 or 3 tile spot? Seen it in there.
Okay. Author Blues. Yeah, you're gonna have to face the eye of desire and death.
Well, he does know about crouching, so that helps.
It's true.
Okay. He's playing it very safe, which is smart, and he's kind of preemptively hitting. Oh wow, very lucky spawns there.
Yes, the elevator is powered. We're at a tie here.
He's at a tie, but he reached there later than Alpha 5. So
the win
now
would
what
go
he
to
needs
Alpha
to do
5 if Author Blues doesn't find the elevator, which he will going down. And right, there's the elevator.
Yeah, but he's actually not going in the correct direction for the elevator, or to get out of this dungeon, which he kind of needs to do.
Yeah. Okay, no,
he's
he
definitely going
can get in the
further
elevator there. There we go.
There's an elevator.
Small lead for Author Blues now. He needs to go to the 199th floor.
Yeah, and then walk up the stairs.
Nope, wrong stairs.
That's down the stairs.
Well, I mean, how would you know?
I don't know. How would you know?
I don't know. Okay, he's like, the other stairs. And here we go,
now
Hellsmoke.
So his speed is way too fast to be able to fight Hellsmoke reliably, but he made it. Which means he's made some progress over Alpha 5.
Yeah.
That means Alpha 5 has to fight this boss. in order to make progress.
And at least stab it a little bit, because Author Blues has yet to land a
Blues,
blow. Oh, there we go.
Author Blues landed a hit. He took a pixel off the boss.
We'll measure by pixels if we have to.
Exactly. So Alpha 5 has to get 2 pixels.
Well, considering the time on Author Blues' screen, I don't think we're going to see this guy die. And he also can't open the item menu, so that's
he's
fun.
tired. And it's worth noting that during a boss, you cannot go in the menu. So even if he wanted to, he can't slow down the game speed. He can't use any of his items.
Yep, you can eat, though. Oh no, that's death.
Yeah, but honestly, he would have died anyway, so that's really not bad.
True. There is still enough time for one more attempt. The thing is, like, getting the elevator and going back to town is not a bad strat either. Simply put, you know, saving that you opened up the elevator is worthwhile. But they don't know how far the other players have made it, so I can appreciate the rush. Not these girls, though. The girls just dancing in the middle of town.
The town NPCs, the true enemies of the game.
Yeah, they're a little strong. I love that it says I'm going to fall and then you just explode.
So you can question why. Oh, you were asking why Author's so fast in the boss. Okay. Yeah, that's why, because you can't use your menus during the boss. It's pretty great. But you know what? It's funny because playing on fast consistently was pretty risky, but it seems to have paid off for Auth.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, Alpha 5's still not out of it. I mean, Alpha 5's currently on the 4th floor.
Yeah, he did a good job of grinding, and he got a lot of gear, but the problem is, so armor does make a difference, but effectively, it really only makes a difference of like 1 or 2 hits. Like, you take 1 or 2 more hits, and just having healing items is so much more useful. Now, the players don't know this. And, you know, general RPG wisdom would say, you know, you should get more armor. But, like, it's really not that effective in the game, to the point where the first point where you get armor in the speedrun is a point where you're required to get armor.
Oh,
which is the space suit.
Liz, by the way, thank you for the raid. Come and join the last 5 or so minutes of the Super Hydlide.
Yep. It's a joke!
It's a joke! The hint is the fact that magic is useless. Yeah, what's strange with this game, though, is that with magic, the most useless spell, at least we thought it was the most useless, it just spins you and the enemies around for about like 5 seconds, and then you start walking again. But it actually makes the enemies go in the opposite direction from where they were going before, so you can
not the opposite, but a different direction. So
okay, different.
I always thought it had niche use for like clearing out enemies like that, and yes, it can be useful for that exact purpose, especially in the final dungeon, which is just a murder hit, basically.
Yes. Okay, but you see, first time I played it, I had no idea that you could actually use it for anything. I'm like, this is the dumbest spell ever, okay? I'm just never using it again. Alpha 5!
Oh no!
A death right there. Like, I think there's enough time for one more shot.
He'd have to go really fast. Where did he die? I know he wasn't fighting Hexsmoke because I didn't hear the music.
No, it wasn't Hexsmoke. It was on, I think, floor 4.
Yeah, that would be close.
And I want to assure Alpha 5 there is enough time, especially if you crank up the speed. Yeah.
I mean, if you're going fastest, there's a chance, I guess.
I mean,
he's just going for it.
Go on fastest through the
I'm not
easy
sure
stuff.
if he has supplies.
Who needs supplies? We don't need supplies.
You just need bravery.
You're right. Honestly, the game is so uncontrollable the first time you do it on this speed.
It doesn't help that, like, if you're playing an emulator, there's generally going to be input lag. So that just throws you off even more. Like, I can't play this game in an emulator because of input lag. I have to play in console. And normally, I'm not that affected by a couple of frames of input lag, but when one tile is like 2 frames on fastest, you really care about the input lag.
Like, I have a cart literally sitting right next to my knee here, okay, of Super Hydlide. I still need to actually play it on console because I've only done it on emulator, and I think that that's been probably the biggest source of struggle for me. Yeah, like this and Kid Cool. Those are the two that I definitely recommend using consoles for. I mean, if you want to play Kid Cool.
Right.
But you should play this.
It is worth noting that for the map screen is I'm sorry, not for the map screen, for Magic. So as Rickshaw mentioned, Magic being used, yeah, Alpha 5 didn't have any rations.
Well, we might see Hex Smoke on Author Blues' screen. I'll go ahead and welcome Alpha 5 if he wants to come chat.
Yeah. So Magic is very useful in this game. When I was first playing through it, someone told me that Magic was useless because apparently it's not very useful in the original Hydlide, but Magic is incredibly useful and is one of the main reasons why you play the Monk as the speedrun class.
Oh yeah, the Monk I feel is the best. Although Bishop strats could be possible. Oh crap, I can hear myself.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
That's okay, I muted myself. Hello! Nah, it's fine. We'll go ahead and play other music real quick.
Okay.
You did pretty dang well, and honestly, I thought you were going to win for about 50 minutes or so.
Yeah. Author Blues made one last good push. He not only activated the elevator power source, but he also went to the elevator and fought the boss and took a pixel off the boss.
Oh, man.
1 pixel. If you would have done 2 pixels to the boss.
Exactly.
If I bought health earlier, I would have healed, and then it would have been fine. Or if I didn't, take all that damage from that vampire that one time.
So here's the issue with what you were doing, and conventional RPG wisdom would say that you were doing the right thing, but you bought a lot of armor. Armor is not that useful in this game. It does help when it comes to damage. Like, you will take less damage from armor, but because of the way the game's damage system works, you're really only going to take like 1 or 2 less hits. Because the way it works, I don't remember the exact formula. It like takes your armor class into account, divides it by 16, and the enemy's attack power, blah, blah, blah. But once you go down to 10 health, even if that hit would normally kill you, you're just at 10 health. Then you go down to 5, then you go down to 2, then you go down to 1, and then you're dead. So as long as you're above 10 health, you can always take at least 4 hits.
Oh yeah, so armor doesn't matter. I just needed to buy a bunch of herbs.
Yes, you want a bunch of medicines. That's the trick. The herbs are for magic, which would be useful if you got spells, but spells would not be good in this race because you need experience to
spells. Experience you spend to get spells. It's fantastic. Hello there, Author Blues.
Hey,
you both survive?
Yeah.
That game's rough.
I love this game so much.
I was. If I had like 1 healing item, I think I might have been able to make it back to the town and make that last push towards the boss.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
That was the issue, is that you spent so much money on the armor. Also, you can sell stuff at the general store.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until like the 3rd death, but I still have like enough money to buy like another ration or anything.
Yeah, but basically you want 2 rations of food so you survive through the day. By the way, you don't actually want to use the rations of food. You just want them to automatically be used at the 1300 and the 1900 time.
Yeah, I used them just to because I was worried about my health.
Yeah,
I
figured that was the case. But yeah, when we were watching you go back to town, going down the tower, we're like, he has 1 hit point. And, I know that he's going to start starving soon. So we're just sitting there watching you step outside the tower, take 2 steps.
And I knew it was going to happen, but I was just like, I was really hoping.
It was so good. Oh my gosh. Well, Author Blues, you managed to make it to the first boss of the game, which for an RPG of this type, I think is pretty good for an hour.
Yeah. You even took a pixel off the boss, and then you probably regretted setting the game to fast while you were fighting the boss.
Yeah, I couldn't pause to heal or to change my speed, and I was like, well, I don't think this is going to end well
Yeah,
for me.
the game's totally
Yeah.
fair that way.
So I figured since there was no way I was going to win, what I needed to do was have dealt more damage than Alpha 5 had. So I played super aggressive and then ran off the side of the tower at some point.
Everybody does that.
Pixel off the boss, to your credit. Although, to be honest, that would be all that you could do because
That's the hardest pixel to take off, though.
It is.
It's true.
After the 2300 mark, you get the sleepy status effect, and then you need to, go to an inn to, rest up.
Otherwise, your
while
strength
this
plummets.
happens, basically, your stats go down to the point where, you take a lot more damage from enemies, and you will not be able to damage a single thing.
I don't know that I ever noticed the sleepy status effect. I know that I was really worried that I was going to have to use another ration at some point to heal, and just for being hungry. So I always rushed back every time it was night. So I don't know, because I think during my rushing back at night every night, I never really thought much about fighting enemies.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is usually what I did as well, but I know that when you had the push fighting the boss, you hit it several times, you did no damage past the first pixel because you were too sleepy. We're like, well, let's go ahead and watch, see how long it takes for Author Blues to die, and then you solve that problem.
Yeah, I know that my knife skills get a lot worse when I'm tired, so I get that.
Oh yeah, the same here. Oh,
Yeah, you feel ready.
so overall thoughts about the game, Author Blues? Alpha 5, since you have some thoughts.
I was actually really enjoying that game, and I'm like, this would be great if I wasn't doing it in this scenario where I have to, guess at risks. I can just play safer, and it's fine.
Yeah,
I
It's
think,
really fun.
I think Super Hydlide. I think I was sold on the idea. I think the first 5 minutes of it would have made me turn it off casually, but being compelled to play it for an hour, I was starting to find a rhythm I enjoyed.
It is an incredibly hostile blind experience.
Oh yeah, the game pulls every punch right at the beginning. Like, seriously, first time I played, I died before getting out of town.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
The first time I played, I bought a bunch of stuff that I thought would be useful, and then I was so weighed down, I was moving at about one tile every minute.
Oh, I had that happen one time. That was pretty cool. I just strutted my way out of town.
Yeah, and then you died right out
Yeah,
there.
immediately
but at
died,
least
but
you
it was-
got out of town before dying.
Yeah, but I strutted my way out of town. It was very good. No, I mean, on paper, this game checks a lot of boxes for me. One of those games where they have so many clever ideas but accidentally made a bad game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
they
like the more you know how to play this game, the more you enjoy it. Like, it only goes up from here.
The game has a very ambitious scope, but instead of going, should we do this? They just went, can we do this? And they said, yes, and they threw it all in.
And don't worry, the mashing stops.
Yes, once you get an item in the next city called the Stone of Warrior, it not only gives you an attack power boost, but you also essentially get auto fire. So you just hold down the button to attack.
Yes.
Oh, good, because I'm not great at mashing.
Yeah, well, that's what's nice
same.
about the run is that after about 5 minutes into the run, mashing becomes pretty irrelevant.
Yeah, and you don't really have to mash too much in the speed run, luckily. Like, yeah, occasionally, but most of the enemies you're going to be trying to dodge.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's really all that I have here. Author Blues, thank you for joining Alpha 5 as well. Congratulations to Author Blues for taking the victory. Alpha 5, you're still in this, and you always make it a long way. I'm not, I think that you will do just fine down there.
I mean, it lets me play more bad video game, which is really what I'm here for. That and taking all of your money and delaying your tournament until next year, but those are side benefits.
I kind of like that, yeah. Take my money. Anything else, Author Blues, Alpha 5?
No, I think that was mostly it.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Well, thank you both so much, yeah. And thank you for playing my game.
Great job.
Happy birthday, bro, Sencha.
Yeah, happy
Yay.
birthday, bro.
Thank you. Okay, see you later. See you, Mike.
Bye.
See you, bro, and happy birthday.
Thanks. I'm going to be sticking here for a little bit, by the way, everybody.